Link! Well, Prince Komali, don't you have something you want to say?
I heard everything from Medli. Link, thank you so much. I'm sorry I mistrusted you. I hope I can be like you someday, Link.
You will, Komali, I just know it. Right, Link?
So, Link, here. I want you to take this, Link. Giving the thing I value most will give me the courage I need to stand up to bad things.
So we finally received Din's Pearl.
The Great Valu is grateful to you, Link. Use the wind gods. Wind? That's what he said, but I don't understand. I wonder what it means. The wind god's wind. I wonder if what he's talking about has anything to do with the wind shrine that's through that tunnel. Oh, I almost forgot. The Great Valu also names you, Link, a true hero. I agree with him. As far as we're concerned, Link, you really are a hero.
Well, I'm going to go and visit Valu. I'll come and see you sometime with the best pair of wings ever.
Oh, but how quick his tune changes. Oh, there he goes.
Thanks so much, Link. See you again someday.
Okay, and so we finally acquired Din's Pearl. We're back outside of Dragon Roost, heading over to the Wind Shrine that Valu suggested to us. As you can imagine, the getting of the Wind Waker, we can now actually do something with it. We come along here. Just pull out the Wind Waker in front of the shrine. And we will receive our first song. The first song is The Wind's Requiem.
Yep, that's a mighty nice breeze. The name's Zephos. I'm the god of winds. So, you're the new Wind Waker, are you? Great, great. For a beginner, you've got a nice wind sense about you. I like you, kid. That tune you just picked up? Well, it gives you control over the direction the wind blows. Depending on how you use it, wind can be a good thing or a very bad thing. You want an example of it being a bad thing, then you should see my brother. It saddens me to say that my brother, Cyclos, is miffed about this monument here being broken, and now he spends his time creating cyclones to torment people with. So, if you encounter any cyclones at sea, chastise my brother for me, will you? And that is my request for you.
Oh, shut up, Eric. You know you love that.
With that musical cue.
Dude, tell me he doesn't look like he belongs in Dragon Ball.
Actually, he does. He's a random creature riding a random
It
object.
would seem that Geddon sent those monsters to this place. But that would mean there is no time to lose. We must depart at once for the place where the next pearl sleeps. We sail to the south.
It is for that reason that you need to acquire the Wind's Requiem. The Wind's Requiem. Thanks, Miyamoto. So yeah, we just have to change the direction south. We can start sailing that way.
You see, I disagree. You could just paddle the whole way there.
Actually, with a certain glitch, we could, but that's later. So anyway, this is just gonna be the general layout of our tools whenever we're sailing. I'm gonna have the Wind Waker on Y, the sail on Z, and I'll either have the grappling hook or a couple other items we can use on the boat.
Booms!
You know what, actually, let's go ahead and talk over this, because I'm not going to have a voice actor for him, only because we're just going to see them so many times. This fish right here is going to... We never get an actual name for him, but there's him and a bunch of other cousins? I don't know, but it's either him or a lot of other fish that look a lot like him. It's the Officer Jenny, Nurse Joy syndrome. They're going to,
You see, I think that you're just racist. These fish are obviously different. You just can't tell because you don't care to look.
Really? Well, maybe if the graphics were a little better. No, I totally love. I said I totally love the art style in this game. I don't mind it at all. Well, it's weird because I don't know. Maybe pay attention to more of his dialogue. But anyway, he's just gonna tell us that if you throw any bait in the water, either he or his cousins, that's what we want to call them, are gonna come up. They're gonna fill in the sea chart, which we need to for 100%. So we can actually get a scope of every island that's in every quadrant. There is one island to every one quadrant, but there could be other small stuff like those out-sea pillars or even some wooden submarines, etc., etc. But you always have only one island in every one square or quadrant.
Oh, one mainland. There are occasionally little baby islands around them.
Yeah, any island, any land mass, one major land mass, which are going to be around each other. So that's going to be the case. And so you're going to be seeing me do this off and on. In addition, obviously the King of Red Lions here got him and his crew to help us. They'll give us a little tidbit on something either on that island or about that island, and if there's nothing very specific about that island that they can tell us, they'll give us just a hint in general. And then I'll be reading those and going after those. Even though I don't have a voice actor, I'm not going to just dismiss his dialogue, so don't worry about that. So as we sail along here, we're going to be setting sail to the south, just east of, or very east of Outset Island. There you see those...
Racing barrels.
Racing barrels.
Racing
barrels. Oh yeah,
it's like a mini race.
So in order to make this simpler, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go and get the map fish, this is effectively what they're called, for every area. A small fry, yeah, I've heard. Okay, so I'm going off of that. I'm thinking they are different fish. But either way, we go ahead and get the information for every square along the way in our paths, just so I don't have to do a huge montage of us getting it. So this is Fire Mountain. This place looks awesome at night. Everybody will tell you that, and they are very true. He's going to tell us that there's a very special...
disagree.
Okay, well, Eric will disagree with me just to spite me. That there's a very special treasure inside that... You laugh, you know it's true. There's a very special treasure in that island, of course, that's neither here nor there at the moment, and you actually go...
Actually, it is here. We're passing it.
In case you guys can't see, I am staring holes into Eric's face right now. With an evil glare. And he's returning a devilish smile in return. I'm not looking at him anymore. Anyway, so we make our way down south. We're just going to be covering all of the islands along the way. This is also why I filled up the spoils bag with a couple of groupings of bait as we just make our way down. There's really no way to sail a little bit faster. I get that they wanted you to engage the experience of how giant this world is, and I get that at the time. What is this, like early 2000s to mid 2000s this came out? This actually was a very huge overworld, and it's, for the most part, it wasn't empty, because unlike Ocarina of Time, which felt Hyrule Field, which felt quite empty, this is actually the exact opposite.
Well, to be fair, in the time since this has come out, we've been saturated with so many of these open world sandbox games.
This is true. This interesting fellow over here, I'm sorry, Eric, is going to give us a hint about what we can use our grappling hook for. Again, like before in the last video, I said it's just so versatile. And his buddies.
I forgot this guy existed.
Well, it's necessary to talk to him, because if it were simply a matter of just telling us how to use the grappling hook, I would have just done it straight away. There's a very good reason we actually have to talk to him. We get our 5th treasure chart from him.
See, I'm sure I talked to him because I had all the treasure charts, but I just don't remember him, like, at all.
I mean, the only thing I remember about meeting this guy are his 3 friends. We just go, Just how awkward they are.
That's sad, they have less personality than him and you remember them more.
Yes.
Ow.
So yeah, yes. And there we go. Nice little cute trio there, I guess. So yes, so for this island we're gonna go into the map fish.
You see, my Zelda playthroughs are remarkably boring because I would do this all at once.
I'm not necessarily doing it all at once, but I certainly am doing it, along the way.
No, that makes sense, but I'm saying, like, okay, I now have the ability to map the world. I'm going to do that right now.
Oh, you would just wait instead of doing it progressively. You would do it in a montage.
Yes, I'll just do it all at once.
Okay. Not to say that's bad, because there are some things we're going to have to do in a montage. We're going to have a treasure hunting video, or at least 2 of those, because there's a treasure for every quadrant, and if you just look at the C-map every time I bring it up, how many quadrants there are.
There are quite a few.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I paused it for a second, it would be very easy to number them, but I don't remember. Oh, there actually is a point to doing that all at once in a Skyrim.
Doing what?
Just getting general points on the map.
Oh yeah, there is. Usually what I would do in Skyrim is I would just run place to place to find it so I could fast travel to it.
I went to the main city so I could fast travel to them later.
Yeah, that's the basic. You go to the main city, you take the carrier, not the carrier, the horse, the carriage, to the main cities, and then you just spread out from there. What's up?
I walked.
You walked? You mean you ran?
Well, when I wasn't out of breath.
Yeah, no. Huh?
Also, Skyrim and Zelda. Woo! Does he do this in the time that he's floating next to your ship, or...?
He does that in the time he takes to float next to our ship, yes. And remarkably, does all that and doesn't get it wet either. Otherwise the ink would run. So yeah, there's Bomb Island, if you couldn't tell by the shape. Yay. Oh yes, this submarine here is very important, especially on the latest route that it takes for speedrunning Wind Waker any %. But first, we're gonna jack this guy up, joy-pended, and then leave.
You could have at least killed him.
Why?
Because now he's gonna go home and report his failure to his superiors, and they're gonna murder him.
He gonna report to nobody. He's on that raft alone. That's it.
Once again,
He's
this,
gonna.
this
Actually,
is
no.
This is
I'll
just
tell you
your
what.
ignorance.
Okay, that might be my ignorance, but mark my words. If I were to go out there again, he would have another joy pendant. He has infinite joy pendants.
You see, that's his friend that took over his job when he died. You don't understand how Bokoblin society works.
Okay, well, anyway, these stupid rats that we saw from Dragon's Cavern, they jack you. When they hit you, they
take money.
You drop a random amount of rupees, and they can thereby go from there.
Can they take like a silver rupee?
And run them. What's that?
Can you drop like a silver rupee?
You cannot drop a silver rupee. The most I've seen Link drop from getting hit by a rat is 20 rupees, which is still a lot when you think about it. And we get our second empty bottle. There are 4 empty bottles in this Zelda game, except for Majora's Mask, which has a whopping 6.
Oh, it would be kind of a jerk move if they could take like multiple $100s at one go.
Well, as it is, we can only hold 200, so that would be really bad.
Yeah.
If they were to take all our cash from us immediately.
Well, if they could take a silver rupee from you, even late game, that'd be pretty catastrophic.
That would, considering what you have to do later with all our money. Okay, I'm just going to come up to this pillar right here. There's going to be a couple of these. There is a chart that we have to get for 100% that actually tells you where all these are, and we are going to visit them again in the montage. That's much later. But of course, as we do with any... I know they're purple, but I still think they're bokoblins. I'm not sure. I might be corrected, because when I take a picture of them for the Nintendo Gallery, it actually gives you their correct names under their
I thought they were all bokoblins.
Huh?
I thought they were all bokoblins. No?
No.
I know the big pig ones are moblins.
Yeah, those are moblins.
Whatever.
And then we get 20 rupees. Not too bad. And then, why not?
Who stashes 20 bucks in a chest? Who does that?
Obviously, they don't trust the bank. Anyway, so you see there's actually the next... Actually, yeah, that's what Eric was alluding to before, is yeah, you actually see many 2 large pieces of land in the distance of the island where we're going to head to. I actually think I remember this. You notice how it's looking dark and stormy?
Yeah.
Well, as we get closer to our destination... Well, that sure cleared up in a hurry, didn't it?
Yep. Did you pass the ghost ship?
Hey. Yes. Do you not see what rises up from the horizon?
There's our answer.
This is where you must go, Link. The Forest Haven.
Oh. There's the gallery.
It may appear as though this is but a great tree rising from above the ocean's surface, but it is a sacred place. It is inside this grotto that you will find the spirit of the earth, the great Deku tree. You must speak with the Deku tree and receive from him the sacred gem known as Four Oars Pearl. I fear that Ganon's vile hand may have already reached this most sacred of sanctuaries. Go forth with caution, Link.
Okay, so
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this with you. No.
We finally reached Forest Haven, the Forest Temple, as you couldn't guess.
What exactly is a grotto?
I'm not 100% sure, but first we get
Boko Baba Seed.
Boku Baba Seeds. You remember before the last video where you could buy blue potion off of those rats for a rip-off price of 80 rupees? If you just get 4 of these collectibles, you can get a blue rupee at a shop here in Forest Haven. So, yeah, don't do that. Don't ever. You just don't ever want to do that. Don't ever buy anything from the rats. They're called thieving rats for a reason. Why am I standing here?
Because you're admiring its tongue. Look at the colors.
Okay, well I guess those are Boko Babas.
Also, it owned you when you went up to it before.
Okay, seriously, why am I just standing here?
You're talking to it. Communicating mentally. Link, the plant charmer.
Oh, so that's what the music is. How talented you are. I suppose it makes sense.
Why are you standing
Seriously, why am I standing here this long? How long does this go on for?
Did you, like, leave?
No, I don't think so. It was a couple of weeks ago.
Dude, really? What did you do?
I don't know.
Are you really just gonna...
Okay, there, I finally started moving.
My god, what the hell were you doing?
I don't know. So yeah, I'm just gonna jack them their Bokobaba seeds and get rid of them.
Don't have another staring contest with this.
There's no way.
That was weird.
That was very weird. Well, at least it was better than the double takes from the last video. I did say I would have it again.
I like how you can actually not get that little explanation and still get the jump and still get the hook, actually.
Yeah.
As long as you're like right outside of it, you can get it.
You're gonna see these octopi. These are octorocks. Let's take it what they are. They're very simple to defeat. Just put your shield up and bounce their attack right back at them. You can never hit them with your sword. Oh, I take it back. I heard tale of somebody be able to strike this one near here with their sword if you're fast enough, but they almost always disappear as soon as you get close to them.
I never bothered to use it with the shield.
Yeah, you just use shield.
No, it's one of those self-imposed things. Like, can I hit this with my sword?
I don't know where the inside of a grotto is. I'll probably look it up and put the definition up.
I don't know what a grotto is.
Well, watch the video afterwards, you'll know what a grotto is. Is it grotto or grotto? I've heard both.
I'm pretty sure it's grotto.
Okay.
But if I'm wrong, then shut up. That face. That chin. That's it.
That tooth. He's not having a good day. That was a little difficult for me. Whoa!
What the hell just happened? What is happening?
I must apologize, that was an error. I saw your clothing and suddenly I felt a longing for an age gone by. That longing caused the ancient tongue to pass my lips. I am the guardian spirit of this forest heaven, the great Deku tree. I give my thanks for your aid in ridding me of those foul creatures. Tell me, was it not the king of red lions, the boat who speaks, who led you to this place? So it is true. Then you have come here because you have need of the pearl of the goddess. I see. I knew those reasons the monsters had begun to congregate in the regions around my woods. Now I understand it. He has returned. Ganon has returned. In that case, we must make haste. Koroks, little children of the woods, this traveler is not your enemy. Let your hearts be at ease and show yourselves.
And this.
What do you call yourself? Link. Well then, Link. These are the Koroks, the spirits of the forest. Once upon a time, long ago, the Koroks took on human forms when they came to live on the sea. They took these shapes. Now they fear people, but to me they'll ever be my cherished little children. As it happens, you have come just in time for a ceremony the Koroks hold but once every year. It is about to begin. I shall grant the pearl to you once the ceremony is complete. I must apologize for the brief delay, but if the ceremony is not completed soon, an ill fate could befall us. So let it begin. Are you ready, my children?
We are not a great Deku tree. Something terrible has happened. It's Makar! Makar!
What is the matter, Linder? You and Makar are always late.
No, it's not that a great Deku tree. Makar, he fell into the Forbidden Woods.
What? The Forbidden Woods?
I told him to be careful, but still Makar flew above the Forbidden Woods, and as he drew close to it...
foolish little Makar. Link, you have heard all this. The Forbidden Woods are right beside the hollowed island of our forest haven. These woods, the whole region is a vile place that is home to evil beasts. Now it seems they have taken a child of the forest named Makar. Your presence here is no mistake, I deem. The King of Red Lions likely expects great deeds of you. This is why he brought you here. I started to ask this of you, but can you go rescue young Makar for me?
But Great Deku Tree, people cannot fly through the air.
Ah yes, thank you, child. You are right, it is not possible to enter those woods from the sea, is it? Link, I would guess from your size that you are heavier than my Korok children. Yet I think we may still be able to solve this dilemma. You must use the item I shall bestow upon you and fly through the sky. Forgive me, Link, but could you climb up to my crown and get the leaf from up there?
Well, the constipated tree let one go. Good to know. Also, why can't one little flying idiots grab it?
Yeah, do us a favor, but it's just an excuse to give us the mechanics
Yeah.
of these Bokaba buds.
It's a better tutorial than some.
I suppose so. Riddled with text. We had plenty of that at the beginning of the game. There's
Hey.
always a forbidden woods, or a forbidden something, isn't there?
It's a staple.
It's a staple. There's at least every world's got one.
There's always a Forbidden Woods.
And a forbidden technique.
Even Harry Potter went into it.
Now, I do a very stupid thing here. I become way too ambitious and I go ahead and try what's called the leaf skip. There's a very small... Ow.
And thus Link broke his legs. And the
Yes.
ceremony was not completed.
Yeah. Anyway, the
Jump
hitboxes
cut.
are really wonky on the edge of this plateau here. You can actually land on top of them. It looks like you're landing on air, so it's pretty cool. But I digress. We get the Deku Leaf.
You should probably try and practice that off camera. You know.
Yeah, I know. I keep telling myself... oh, yeah. Hey. We actually now have a magic bar, you will notice.
Nope.
And again, first this have to use the Deku Leaf. Allows us to glide. Of course, it costs magic for a little bit. But we now get these consumables. Those large vials give us a lot of magic, while the small ones give us a little bit. Not too bad, but there is the other grotto, I guess, if that's what it's called, that leads to the Forbidden Woods. Now, traditionally, and the first time through, I thought you had to change the wind direction twice, once to get over to that perch over there, and then again to get to the Forbidden Woods. However, if you change the wood to face westward, you can actually manage to get to both in the same wind. You just gotta be a little more careful. So naturally what you're gonna have to do is, you see that, upward wind, that tornado that you see over there on the left of the screen. You have to use that. You have to use that to give yourself a lot of more. There it is. You have to give your. Yeah, you have to jump into that with good timing in order for it to give you a boost, so you can make it to the plateau where you can enter the Forbidden Woods.
Yep.
And we managed to reach it. And so that'll conclude this video. We're gonna head and just as before with Dragon Roost, we'll kick off this next part with the Forbidden Woods.